Hello, my name is Dr. Mike, and I wanted to just give you a word of introduction about a very important course that we're starting next week that I think you're going to find to be very enlightening, very encouraging, and one that you will come back to probably many, many times in your future life. And I would encourage you to hold on to the books. I'm a perpetual student. I have been a student for almost 50 of my 68 years and still a student. I'm working on my PhD in history and hoping to get my dissertation done this year. One thing I've learned is that there are certain books that I want to keep and hold on to and value and treasure and go back to them many, many times. One of them is a Himmelfarb's book on the early forms of government of American history. I go back to that book, Gertrude Himmelfarb. Go back to her quite often to look at what she had to say about the beginnings of America because I value it greatly. Uh, C.S. Lewis is going to be a character that you probably do not know a great deal about now, but you will learn as we move forward a great deal about him. We're going to study mainly his Christianity, but I think that you would probably appreciate him in the sense that he is kind of the Harry Potter of Christianity because he wrote the Chronicles of Narnia and other tales of that nature. And that's probably what he's better known for. He's not known for his historical works necessarily. So basically, we're going to in the coming weeks, we're going to examine quite a number of his writings. And when you first look at it, you said, man, that's a lot of reading. But I want you to look at the document that I posted on how you should read for this course. You're not actually reading word for word, of course, unless you want to, and you have the time to do that. I'm excited about that. But I want you to learn to read discerningly. When I started my master's degree at Clemson University in 2008, we had our one class was our professor came in every day and he literally ran off. He copied the readings for the week, and there were 500 pages each. And so he just dumped the thing on the table. We sorted things out, took our 500 pages, and went home to deal with that for the week and write about it. He really didn't expect us to read it all, but he did expect us to get the gist of the matter and to understand what the writing was about. So that's basically what we're going to be doing with C.S. Lewis's works, and there are so many of them. Mainly his theological works, his first work, of course, where he talks about his salvation. The one that many of you will find interesting is the problem of pain, which is one of the great debates in Christian circles. If all these things are true that we believe as Christians, why do people suffer? Why do good people suffer? You may have had that experience in your own family where a good person suffered greatly with cancer or with other problems that you wonder why is that fair? Why is that what does that have to do with Christianity and what we believe? So we'll get to talk about some great subjects like that. So let me encourage you to kind of open the first book this week, and there will be I've given you a number because this is a new course for me, a new course for you as well. I've given you a number of things to help you to learn how to approach this class. I've given you a study guide that you will take along with the book, and you can take the book and look for the answers or whatever, just to learn the gist as you're reading. I would always read the first chapter. I would read the start of each other chapter, and of course the end, so you know what's in the first and last. And then, of course, the last chapter of the book, at least that's a minimum. This first book is not very long. It may take a little bit of getting used to his style. He is 1930s, 1940s English professor, and he is telling his own life story. So I think that you will find that interesting. It gives you a window into kind of a World War II world. And he literally gets on the radio after his conversion and he does these spiritual talks for the soldiers who are in the behind the lines fighting and shares with them things of great importance. And so we've got a lot of things to talk about. Let me mention to you as well that I'm going to do a introduction tape each week for for each book. And then on Thursday night, we're going to have a voluntary meeting. I will be sending you a link to my uh, uh, video setup so that you can log on. We'll start at 8 o'clock on Thursday night, and we'll go, 30, 45 minutes or whatever. If the conversation is lively, we may go an hour. I'm going to take that. So if you were to miss it, I really want you to be there in person because I really want this to be a meaningful experience for you. And if I'm the only one there talking, you don't get nearly as much out of it as you do bringing your questions and concerns and discussions and your life experiences. Maybe you've experienced some of these things, and maybe Lewis provides you with an answer for something you've had. So, having said that, I look forward to seeing you in the coming week. We'll start Thursday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we'll learn. First week, you're kind of learning your way around. We're also, if you are an older Montreat student, we're also struggling with learning a new LMS. We're going to Canvas, so that's going to take a little bit of getting used to. Take the time to, I think there's a student training video, but take the time to do that. And I'm sure that will be a great help to you. Okay, until next week, then we will talk. And if you need me, you have my contact information on the site. Thank you so much.